Hormones are master controllers of things in our body, and most people don't think that our bones, muscles, joints, and our energy levels are attached to our hormones, but they do. Something that is interesting, as your estrogen naturally declines, your ability to deal with cortisol isn't so good, and your cortisol is going to creep up. Even though you didn't change your life, maybe you weren't stressed, but your cortisol creeps up. Cortisol is also a reason you could feel exhausted and overworked and not rested and sore. Also, vitamin D deficiency can look like that too, because vitamin D isn't a vitamin, it is a hormone. One of the things I talk about on this app in general women's health is I want you to be the most optimal version of you, and I want you to not be inflamed to a point where you feel like this. So things that I recommend consistently are you taking omega-3s? The standard American diet has too much omega-6s, so I need you to take some omega-3s to help with all that inflammation. Number 2, I tell my patients to go get their vitamin D levels checked, their serum during the blood work. You could talk to your doctor or just go to CompuNet and order it yourself and see if your D levels are optimal, not low, optimal. So I have been taking vitamin D for a long time, and I finally found something that helps me with my vitamin D levels and to get it up. I have to take a 10,000 D3 with K2. By the way, if you're taking D3, it needs to have K2 because they're best friends, and the K2 bosses the D3 around and tells it where to go. But the other thing is, we live in a society where you forget that you are a cyclical being, and women push themselves so hard. At the phase of life that we're in, let's say 40 plus, you've got to know that rest and recovery are just as important as what I say to you for walking and mobility and strength. You need to know that your body is just a little tired, and if you want to take that nap and you feel desperately you need that nap, you take that nap. I want you to go to sleep if you can, because sometimes as your hormones shift, you can't sleep. But rest and recovery can also be things like a very slow walk, slow your speed down, slow it way down. I don't care. Slow that down. Maybe we do some yoga. Maybe we do a sauna. Maybe we do a sauna blanket. But recovery has to be a priority now, because this stuff makes us feel like we're hit by a train, and it is exhausting. But you can find you. You will find you. We just might need to do some investigating. Is it perimenopause? Is it low D? Is it cortisol is spiked out of control and you've been running around like a crazy person and you maybe need a nap and maybe some deep breaths, because that nervous system might be a little dysregulated. Do you know COVID happened to us and we lived through a pandemic, and so many women haven't got back to being them and feeling normal? Because it's a thing.